Hello everyone, it's Annie, and today I'm here to do the end of the year book tag. This was such a fun tag to do last year, and wow, it came again really fast. So without further ado, let's start with question number 1, which is, are there any books you started this year that you have yet to finish? Yes. Most of them are NetGalley books because I was just out of control, to be honest. I requested so many arcs that just looked interesting, and I was bombarded with them when I didn't expect to be. So I ended up not finishing a lot of them. And one of them that I do kind of regret that I would want to finish is called Small Favors. This book was supposed to be kind of like a spooky book, but when I tried to read it, I realized it was very slow paced, and that wasn't what I was looking for at the time. So I just put it down and I never finished it. I still think I would like it, but I need to, be in the right mind space for it. So hopefully I can read it by the end of the year. If you've read it and liked it, please comment down below to make me read it, because I need motivation. The next question is, do you have an autumnal book to help you transition to the end of the year? Yes, I do. I am planning on reading this Don't Tell a Soul in October. It is so spooky and it sounds wonderful. It has ghosts, and I actually don't know if it takes place in autumn. I think it might take place in the summer actually, but it doesn't say in the description. So we're just gonna pretend it takes place in the fall. But I mean, this book, Ghosts, Halloweeny, it's definitely autumnal, and it just makes me want to curl up with it under a blanket with a nice hot cup of tea and watch the leaves fall and change color outside. So this is just such a perfect book for this season, and I cannot wait to read it. Question number 3, is there a new release you're still waiting for? Yes, there is actually. Well, I'm lying a little bit because I'm not waiting for it. I actually have an arc of it on NetGalley, but I'm waiting to read it until after I finish some of the books that are coming out before it, This comes out December 7th, I believe. So it's one of the last books on my anticipated list for this year. It's called Beasts of a Little Land. All I know about it is that it is a historical fiction novel about Korea. I believe it's about Korean myths and the founding of Korea, although I could be totally wrong. As you can tell, I have not looked up many synopses for this video. I just love this cover. First of all, it sounds so good, and a Book Olive mentioned this on her most anticipated reads for Q4 of 2021, so that just makes me want to read it even more, and I am really excited about this because I love basically any book about Korean history, so I know I'm probably going to love this. The next question is an exciting one. What are 3 books I want to read before the end of this year? So, first, this book, A Winter's Orbit, was gifted to me by the lovely Jess from Books Past Bedtime. Thank you again so much. I promise I will read this before the end of this year. I promise. It's just that, it's cold in the book, and I want it to be cold outside when I read it. I want it to be winter. So because I'm doing a lot of readathons in November, I'm probably going to save this for December, my December TBR, so that I can get the maximum, winter vibes when I read this. I think I will absolutely love this book. It's one of my 5-star predictions, and it is described as ancillary justice plus red, white, and royal blue, which I love ancillary justice. As you may know, I have not read Red, White, and Royal Blue. That title is such a tongue twister. But that just means it's gay, so I'm very excited for this. It's about an arranged marriage with this prince and another guy, and there's a murder mystery, and it just sounds awesome, and of course interstellar empires and stuff, it's a space opera, so that just sounds right up my alley, and I cannot wait to read this, so I'm definitely going to get to it by the end of this year. And then I have this book, which I am planning to read for Nonfiction November this year, How Stella Learned to Talk. This is about this really cute dog right here named Stella, who pioneered, well, her owner, Christina Hunger, pioneered the talking button phenomenon that you may have seen on Instagram and TikTok. There are many other dogs that do this now as well, but Stella was the first. Her owner, Christina Hunger, has an Instagram called Hunger for Words, I'm pretty sure. I followed it years ago, and she is a speech language pathologist who had this idea to help her dog express her ideas, and Stella was the first dog to learn to talk. And that is just such an amazing thing. I am absolutely obsessed with all of those dogs that can press the buttons and talk to their owners. When I get a dog, I'm gonna do that. So I cannot wait to read more about Christina Hunger and Stella's story. I am just obsessed with them, and it's a perfect book for a linguistics nerd like me who loves dogs, so I can't not read it. And also, I just want to say I got a signed edition. Look at the paw print, because this was on sale during like a really big Barnes & Noble sale, and I couldn't pass it up. It's so great. I can't wait to read this. And the next book I want to read by the end of this year is definitely Jade City by Fonda Lee. I can't wait to read this because Jade Legacy, the third book in the trilogy, is coming out this December. So my plan is to have a reading vlog of me reading the whole trilogy like I did with the Poppy War trilogy once the third one comes out this year. So that means I'm definitely going to be reading Jade City and Jade War, of course, by the end of this year. I've heard so many great things about this series. Like, it seems like everyone absolutely loves it. So I think I will too. I mean, it just sounds awesome. Okay, the next question is there a book you think could shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think so, because my favorite book of the year is my favorite book of all time now, and I don't think it could be surpassed. That is, of course, A Memory Called Empire. But I am planning on participating in Indigitathon in November, and for that, I'm planning on reading Firekeeper's Daughter, which just sounds absolutely right up my alley. It has mythology in it, and it is like a murder mystery. I really don't know much about it, except that most people absolutely love it. So I am really hoping that I like this. Maybe it won't be my absolute new favorite, but I hope that it can become one of my favorite books of this year. That would be really great. And then the last question is, have I started making plans, reading plans for 2022? The answer is no. I'm still planning on making videos and reading a lot, of course, but the only plan I have, actually wait, I do have some plans. There is talks in the works of a secret announcement happening by next year with some Booktube friends of mine. That is going to be very fun, but that I can't really tell you about it yet. And then I'm hoping to have the second annual Linguathon in, where did we have it? April? Yes, in April. And just have fun. You know, I have been really busy since I moved back to America from Japan, and I have been so busy I haven't been able to read as much as I used to be. So I'm just hoping maybe mood read a little bit more. I'm not sure. It is getting a little bit stressful when I, list all these books that I want to read and then I don't actually have time to read all of them. So maybe I'll try mood reading out. Who knows? So that's it for this tag. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, I hope everyone who watches this does this tag, but I tag Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe and Jess from Books Past Bedtime. So thank you so much for watching again. If you liked this video, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye!